Here are Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. The game begins with two one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for $750 each. The game continues with a full card bingo. Win in 48 numbers or less and win $4,000. Win in 49 numbers or more and win $3,500. Winning cards must be legible and verified by phone up to 10 minutes after the bingo broadcast. The prize will be divided equally if there is more than one winner. The entire sheet of 3 cards must be sent to the office by regular mail. Winners will be announced during the next bingo telecast. Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. The game begins with two one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for $750 each. The game continues with a full card bingo. Win in 48 numbers or less and win $4,000. Win in 49 numbers or more and win $3,500. Winning cards must be legible and verified by phone up to 10 minutes after the bingo broadcast. The prize will be divided equally if there is more than one winner. The entire sheet of 3 cards must be sent to the office by regular mail. Winners will be announced during the next bingo telecast. The winners are determined by a top and bottom line and full card bingo in the fewest balls called. Send your entire card to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, 124 Lindsay Road, Selwyn, Ontario, K9J0C5. This program is broadcast live from the Global Peterborough studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Thanks and good luck.
Welcome back, and I do have a visitor. Today is December 7th, and the card color is blue. Please make sure your cards are this color and display this date, as only these cards are valid for tonight's game. If you don't have cards and are wondering what locations carry them in your area, we will display them during the telecast, or you can go to our website, kinsmansupertvbingo.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please ensure you're watching tonight's game and not a previous one. Congratulations to last week's top line winners. Sarah, who purchased her card at the Winchester Retirement Home in Oshawa. Jake, who purchased his card at Convenience Hut in Omemee. And Jamie, who purchased the card at Harwood Variety in Harwood. Congratulations to last week's bottom line winners. Lauren, who purchased the card at Busy Bee in Sutton. Christine, who purchased her card at Shop and Save in Kinmount. Deanna, who purchased her card at the Brookdale Quick Mart in Peterborough, and Tamara, who purchased her card at Jack's Butcher Shop in Potash. And congratulations to last week's full card winner, Penny, who purchased her card at the Parkway Grocery in Kingston. She got her full card in 47 balls and won $4,000. As you can see, the board is completely lit, so let's begin. Not sure where my visitor went, but it was good to see Santa Claus, wasn't it? First number for tonight's Kinsmen Super TV Bingo is... It's an I-29, under the I-29. Yes, it is December. We just came back from the Peterborough Kinsmen Santa Claus Parade, and you saw our special guest Santa Claus in studio tonight. I-29 is your first ball, and now your last ball called I-29. Next ball up is B4. B4. Just kidding. B4 is now your last ball called, B4. Continuing on our next ball, G53. Under the G53, looking for a bottom and or top line bingo. My name is Reed Manley, and welcome to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck to everyone. G53. G53, now your last ball called, G53. Next ball up, B1. B1, where it all began. Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, live right here on Global Peterborough, Global Kingston, Global Durham. Of course, you may be streaming live on YouTube. B1, now your last ball called, B1. Next ball up is G54, under the G54. We have a shout out from Cindy going to Jeff and Vincent in Harwood. Thanks for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight, everyone. Good luck to you. Harwood, Ontario. G54, now your last ball called, G54. Next ball up, O67, under the O67. O67, now your last ball called, O67. Next ball up, G46, G46. In studio this evening, assisting with the production of Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, we have John Harris, Les Cariunas, Daryl Junkin, Dean Del Mastro, Paul Grace, Jim Story, Carolyn Holmes, Rick and Deb Haig, Steve Burrell, Bob and Trudy Hall, and of course Lee Miller in the studio, and Barry Kraft joined us as well. How about that? Full house. We have a full house tonight. G46, now your last ball called, G46. Next ball up, I-22, under the I-22. And Kyle. Welcome, Kyle. Thanks for joining us again tonight. I-22, now your last ball called, I-22. Next ball up, B8, under the B8. No jokes there, just the B8. B8, now your last ball called, B8. Next ball up, it's benign, B9. Wow, they're everywhere tonight. We have a shout out to Susan, Olivia, Rachel, and AJ, all playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight. Thanks for joining us. B9, now your last ball called, B9. Next up, we have O68, under the O68. There's a belated birthday going out to McKinley, and a happy birthday to Madison. From Dad and Gramps all in one. Sent that out to the two of you. O68, now your last ball called, O68. Next ball, B12, under the B12. And Becky and Mike playing in Sudbury tonight. B12, now your last ball called, B12. Next up we have O63, under the O63. 063 is now your last ball called. 063. Next up we have an N38. N38. That should have unlocked some results. N38. N38's now your last number called. N38. G50, under the G50. And I'm told our phones are ringing. And we're checking a top line bingo. And we are also checking a bottom line bingo. So we're going to take a short break and let you know what happened right after this.
Winter, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors. You've got the gear and plenty of fresh powder. The sled is good to go, and all you need now are your friends. But if you've been drinking, please remember that operating a snowmobile while impaired is both dangerous and illegal. Fines, license suspension, insurance increases, and even jail time can ruin a good ride. Don't get left out in the cold. Thanks for always riding sober. A message from Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Reed Manley. We do have a top and a bottom line bingo checked and verified. G50 is your last ball called, G50. And we continue on now playing for that full card bingo with your next number up being N39, under the N39. Now playing for a full card bingo. Top and bottom line bingos have been confirmed. We have a huge shout out tonight to Dave and Delma and the Family Cardiff Christmas Party, all playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo with Sonia, Sarah, and Natasha and their families. Good luck, everyone. Safe travels up that way. And good luck. Thanks for joining us. N39, now your last ball called. N39. Next ball up is 071, under the 071. Shout out to Bryson playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo with his grandma tonight. Good luck to the two of you. Thanks for joining us. 071, now your last ball called. 071, next ball up 075, 075. And the Morrow family also playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight. That includes Sophie, Riley, Katie, and Bob. 075, now your last ball called. Next ball up is N43, under the N43. Gavin and Gabrielle of Charlotte Lake playing tonight. And Graham's sent that in affectionately. Good luck to the two of you, possibly the three of you. N43, now your last ball called. N43, next ball up. 062, 062. And we have a happy 65th birthday to Jim O'Hara from Jody and George. Happy birthday, Jim. And also Amanda and Sonia playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight. Good luck as well. 062, now your last ball called. 062, next ball up is G47, under the G47. Now playing for a full card bingo. If you achieve it in 48 numbers or less, you win $4,000, as that's what happened last week. 49 numbers or more wins $3,500, which would still be nice this time of year. G47 is your last ball called. G47. Next ball up, it's another G52 this time. G52. G52, now your last ball called. G52. Next up, it's another G60. G60. G60, now your last ball called, G60. Next up we have 074, 074. .074, now your last number called, 074. Next up it's an N42, N42. N42 is your last number called, N42. Next ball up is 066, 066. .066 is your last number called, 066. Next ball up, it's another 069, 069. .069 is now your last ball called, 069. Next up, it's an 064, 064. .064, now your last ball called. Next ball up, it's a B14, B14. B14 is your last number called. Next up we have an I-27, I-27. I-27 is your last ball called, I-27. Next up it's an N44, N44. N44 is now your last number called. Next we have I-26, I-26. I-26 is your last ball called. Next up we have B13, B13. B13 is your last ball called, B13. Next up we have I-21, I-21. I-21 is your last number, I-21. Next ball up is B15, B15. B15 is your last ball called, B15. Next up it's N37, N37. N37, now your last ball called, N37. Next we have G48, G48. G48 is your last ball called, G48. Next up we have N34, N34. N34 is your last ball called, N34. Next up we have G49, G49. G49 is now your last number called, G49. Next up we have the 40th ball this evening, G55, G55. So we will put this ball in its rightful place and do a recap at this time to allow everyone to catch up. So far this evening, under the B, we have called 1, 4, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So far this evening, under the I, we've called 21, 22, 26, 27, and 29. So far this evening, under the N, we've called 34, 37, 38, 39, 42, 43, and 44. So far this evening under the G, we've called 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 60. So far this evening under the O, we've called 62, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71, 74, and 75. And with that, we'll take a short break and return to finish the game right after this.
I've built my career on making smart investments, and supporting Habitat for Humanity is an investment that pays dividends. Habitat makes homeownership affordable for families in need of a safe, decent place to live. When families own their own homes, they gain the financial independence and stability they need for a better future. For every dollar invested in Habitat, there's a $4 benefit to your community. By contributing your time and money, you're not only helping a family, you're building stronger communities. Donate or volunteer today.
Mom and Dad used to argue about everything, especially about Dad's drinking. My family went from totally crazy to quiet, calm, and even peaceful when Mom started going to Al-Anon family groups. I wanted a better relationship with Dad, so I asked Mom if she would take me to her Al-Anon meetings or to Alateen. I'm sure glad I did. Is someone's drinking troubling you? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon or Alateen family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-ALANON or go to alanon.org.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Reed Manley, and we are in the final quarter of the game, and our next ball up is N31. N31, you've had time to look at that, so we will put that ball in its place. N31 is now your last ball called. N31, next up we have G57, under the G57. Still playing for that full card bingo. 48 numbers or less wins $4,000, 49 numbers or more, $3,500. Good luck. G57, now your last ball called. G57. Next up we have I-25, I-25. I-25 is now your last ball called. I-25, next ball up, it's a B7, B7. B7, now your last ball called. Next up we have 061, under the 061. O61, now your last number called. 061. Next one up is N40, N40. N40, now your last ball called. N40, next ball up, it's I-17, I-17. I-17, now your last ball called. I-17, next ball up, it's an N36, N36. N36, now your last number called. N36, next ball up, G51, under the G51. G51 is now your last ball called. G51, next up we have B5, B5. B5 is now your last number called. B5. Next ball up, N41, N41. N41, now your last ball called. N41, next up is I-18, under the I-18. I-18, now your last number called. I-18, next ball up is G56, under the G56. G56. Now your last number called, G56. Next ball up is B6, under the B6. B6 is now your last number called. B6, and I'm told our phones are ringing, so we'll just give it a second. B6 is your last ball called. And next ball up is B10, under the B10. B10. B10 is now your last ball called. B10. Next ball up is I-19, under the I-19. Told again, our phones are ringing. I-19. I-19 is now our I-19 is our last ball called, and we're checking a full card bingo. We'll let you know what happened right after this.
Hey, here's some drug-impaired driving laws, simplified. If police suspect you're driving impaired by drugs, they have the tools to arrest you. First, a roadside test. And if you fail, further testing at the station, which can lead to your arrest and a criminal conviction for impaired driving. It's not just alcohol, it's drugs too. If you drive high, there will be consequences.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Reed Manley, and yes, we do have at least one full card winner checked and verified. So at this time, I'd like to thank you for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo this evening. Please don't forget to pick up your cards and join us once again next Saturday night at 7 o'clock right here on Global Peterborough, Global Kingston, Global Durham, and of course streaming live on YouTube. Good night, everyone.